Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I am a new YouTuber with my business. My business is called The Yarn Rack, and I am Dawn. Hi. So, I am new to this, so bear with me. This is a video that I wanted to do that's kind of like an introductory to who I am, as well as my business, The Yarn Rack. So, let's see, about 10 years ago, I was taught one time about a hour little session of teaching. It didn't go over too well. I wasn't fully interested in it at that time, but I was looking for something to do in my free time. So I have two daughters. One is 18 and one is 14, and they both help on and off with different projects that we do for the business. And my 18-year-old, she is learning how to do some crochet. So she has started on making dishcloths as well as blankets, that sort of thing for right now. That's kind of how I started too. I made hats also and scarves. So hats, scarves, blankets, and just little things like that. So just in the last, I want to say year or two, I started dabbling a little more into it, a little further with making other things, scrunchies. I had done two different donations this past year, which was my first time making anything donatable. So that was kind of exciting step for me in the business. And what I did was I had found a place on Facebook called, I think it's Bundles of Love, if I remember correctly. And what they do as a company is they collect donations of baby hats and baby blankets. However, it is for stillbirths, so very small hats. I've never even attempted a preemie hat before that, let alone a stillborn. So the measurement for, just to give you an idea, the hat for that is 2 inches, sorry, 2 inches by 2 inches. I mean, incredibly small to make a hat that size. And the blankets for that donations were 10 inches, 10 by 10 inches. So I made a goal for myself when I heard about that place to make 24 sets of those. And I achieved that goal back in September, I think it was. So that was an exciting thing that I could help others less fortunate than myself. I can't imagine going through something like that, and just to get a little gift to do photos with the baby is incredible. I think it's a great company, and I suggest you look for it if you are a crochet or knitter. It's a great place. And then I did another donation this year for the first time of, in my community, a lady collects blankets, crocheted or knitted, or quilted actually also, blankets, and she donates them to the nursing homes in our area. So I did 10 of those this year. So aside from doing donations like that, I have also this year learned, like I said, the scrunchies, a little bit of origami. I can't pronounce that word. Origami, whatever. Basically, it's stuffed animals that are crocheted or knitted, as well as, or stuffies, some people call them, the stuffed animals that we are familiar with. So let's see, those I tried. I wasn't feeling it too good. I felt like I wasn't strong enough to do that kind of craft with my yarn, but I did make some octopus, a sunflower, little stuffy sunflower, kind of like the pillow pets also that we had. Um, Worry worms. Those are interesting. If you want to learn more about worry worms, I can send a video to you of how to do those, or patterns if you wanted to try those out. They're a very quick project, and basically it's for like anxiety, and you keep your little worry worm in your pocket when you need him, right? Let's see, what else have I attempted this year that's different? Market bags. Those actually I did quite well on. I believe. I did a character scarf for the first time, and I chose the Grinch. That turned out really well, more than I thought it was going to also. So kind of proud of myself, but yet still like I need more practice yet also. Right? We all could use extra practice with everything. So basically I had that one lesson, like I said, that was a very short lesson. I wasn't fully into it. I didn't think I was good enough to do this. And I kind of put it aside for the most part, unless it was something I would make for my kids or a family member. Sold a couple things like the scarves and hats and blankets. Other than that, I didn't have the ambition, I guess you could say, to look into different patterns, look into the fancier stuff that I would always see. But this past year, I said, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a try. And if I can't make anything other than hats, scarves, and blankets, so be it, right? So there's always room to grow with everything. You have to have a good interest in it, I think. Otherwise, you're just going to be like, I don't care. I'm not good at this, or just lose interest quick in it, right? So I decided to go full throttle with it. I have always been a crafter at heart since a very young age. More paintings, um, resin. I was big into resin for a while, resin making. I really did like that also, but I decided to move my whole crafting into just everything yarn. So crochet and knitting, right? All right. There's other things too that you can do crafting and or crocheting and knitting, which is like the tapestries for walls. That's really cool. That's something I'm looking into for next year. Um, I'm also looking into starting clothing designs. Now, just a couple months ago, I tried a crocheted sweater and it came out pretty good. However, I'm kind of reaching the age where I'm going through hot flashes every so often. So I don't see me wearing that as much as I had hoped I would. It did come out really nice. It is very warm, but I will probably either donate that or give it to somebody. So, um, I do want to try making like skirts. I've seen fun crocheted skirts, little like a skinny skirt, skinny mini skirt. Otherwise, I have seen also ones that are more ruffled, which those are really cute too. And I did take a request just today actually for a Easter gift. I don't want to say what it is yet, but I will show it eventually just so the surprise stays for that person. But I'm trying new patterns, new just trying to experience different things that you can do with the yarn. So, let's see what else about me. I have spent about 10 years organizing craft and vendor fairs also. So I do have that background where I can help people determine how to set up their booths, how to speak to organizers and get basic info that sometimes you're not always given from organizers, just things like that. So you can always message me, leave a comment, whatever, and I can help you in any way that I can. So I do have, the vendor side of things, but I also have where I was the organizer of the vendor events as well. So, like I said, basically my whole life I've been crafting in some kind of way. So, I basically had started this YouTube channel to try to not only get people to see that with practice you can do this, you can. As you see over here in my wall, my yarn wall, sorry about that, my yarn wall, there's so many different kinds even of yarn, and I didn't even really understand that when I first started. You know, there's wools, there's 100% cotton, there's polyester, acrylic, like you name it, and then they have all these different kind of thicker blanket yarns where you can literally, instead of crocheting with a hook, literally crochet with your hands. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Um, but each one of those yarns even have a purpose that I would like to try teaching people if you don't know. I'm always willing to learn things as well. So as I'm learning and growing, I'm constantly watching other people's YouTubes, looking things up on Pinterest, probably going to the hobby store a little too often, that type of thing. It does become addicting, honestly, because you see so many, I mean, Pinterest, just things on Pinterest, how many different things there are. So in my YouTube channel, what I'd like to do is talk about the different kind of yarns like that, different patterns. I'm planning on doing tutorials for you guys of what I have learned through different projects. Um, I am building an Etsy account because I had never been on there before either. So there will be my finished projects up on Etsy for sale as well. And then I also started, which I've never really got into too much, Instagram. Started that also for the business, and TikTok as well, which I had never been on TikTok. And of course, I started this about 2 weeks ago, joining on the old TikTok wagon. And with my luck, as many as other people's luck, it'll probably be over on Sunday, anyways, right? So, because we're coming up to that date where they're going to start banning us. So, we'll see if it happens. If not, if it continues on, at least I'm getting some action on there, right? Exactly. So, it's never too late to start. Just because you see somebody has 1,000 sales on Etsy doesn't mean that you can't slowly reach that as well. Always give yourself the mindset where I can do this. It's not too late. I can do this, right? And so, other things that I want to do on this channel is different ideas from you guys as well. Like, for instance, getting all in my personal business here, I have gained a little bit of weight this past year. And I, right next to us here, have an exercise bike that is currently just collecting dust. Sometimes the exercise bike also does hold like bags of yarn and just unnecessary stuff. Basically, it does everything except help me work out. So I kind of was thinking, just dabbling around, thinking it would be kind of fun to do like a chat, crochet, and cycle night. You know, if you guys want to hop onto your exercise bikes, if you have one of those at home, or you take me over to the gym or wherever you end up watching these, maybe we can work out together to motivate each other while we chat about just life or crochet things, knitting things, yarn things, day to day stuff, just to motivate me and you as well, right? And I'm all about multitasking too. So I figure that way we can chat, do some crochet, and do our bicycling like we should be doing. I don't know about you, but I definitely should be doing it. That summer bod's coming and I'm not ready. So, again, I am Dawn with the Yarn Rack, and we are a newbie company onto all these social medias. So, be patient with us, and we will be patient with you. But we hope to teach you something and learn from you as well. And I hope you have a wonderful day and take care. Thank you.